Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Mark and Oreo. Today we're going to teach you how to make a simple chocolate mousse with homemade whipped cream. So delicious, you'll be happy you learned how to make it and you'll want to make it all the time. Oreo's a little tired out right now because we went for an 8-mile walk today. And me and my husband stopped for a couple margaritas, so this video should be a lot of fun. If I spill stuff, make a mess, don't worry about it. So I have my beautiful kitchen-made mixer. I have 2 cups of heavy cream. You want to make sure the heavy cream is cold. Quarter cup of sugar. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then a pinch of salt. I'm not going to throw all that in because a pinch is a pinch. And then with my whisk attachment. It'd help if I plugged it in. See what I mean? A couple margaritas. So plug it in. And I'm going to whisk that till it creates peaks. Hey, welcome back. Look at how beautiful that is. It's so easy with the KitchenAid mixer that it pretty much makes itself. I'm going to get a spoon. I'm going to put it in a container. And while we make our chocolate mousse, I'm going to put this in the fridge just so it stays nice and soft. And I'm going to just make sure we don't waste any of this wonderful cream. And I don't know. There we go. And you want to do it in a container that you can put a cover on. And I would say probably it's going to be about 20 minutes while we make the mousse. And this is going to be in the fridge. Hi, welcome back. So we have our whipped cream in the fridge, chilling. And we're going to do the first step of chocolate mousse. So we have 5 ingredients here. We have a saucepan on medium heat. I just turned it on, so it's not going to be too warm yet. But you're going to do a whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I use Nestle, that's my favorite kind. So you're going to do a whole bag along with a quarter cup of white sugar, 5 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of instant coffee. You can use your favorite coffee, it doesn't matter. And then a pinch of salt. Again, I'm not putting the whole container, just a pinch of salt. I'll do a little more because I like things salty. And then you want to constantly stir it as it's cooking until the chocolate's completely melted. So I'm going to grab a wooden spoon. And then I'm going to constantly stir it as it's heating up because you want to make sure it's completely melted. So that should take a few minutes. Alright, as you can see, the chocolate's starting to boil, but you can see all the chocolate chips are melted. So you want to remove that from the heat. And you can put it on the side over here because you do want it somewhat warm. And we're going to keep that to the side while we get the rest of the mousse ready. Alright, so the next step, you need 7 eggs. You're going to use the whites and the yolks, but you want them separate. I always have a fun time with this. So you want to get all your egg whites in one. Oh, I actually did pretty good. I'm kind of impressed with myself. And that's after 2 margaritas. And then you want to do the yolking and stuff. So you need 7 of those. So again, you want just all the egg whites together and then the yolk separate. Alright, as you guys can see, I separated the best I could the egg whites and the yolks. First you're going to start with the egg yolks. You're going to put all 7 in there. I'm going to get my wooden spoon just to make sure I get all that in there. And then we also have another teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then you're gonna whip that on low. You're just gonna, oh, again, forgot to plug it in. Rookie mistake. And then you're gonna whisk that together. It should only be a couple seconds to whisk that. So now we're gonna take about a quarter cup of a warm hot chocolate mix, and we're gonna add it right to the egg whites. And we're gonna continue whisking that together. All right, and I said egg whites, I meant egg yolks, because egg whites we still have over there for later. So now, I'm gonna get my rubber spatula. Now that we kind of tempered the egg yolks with the chocolate, we're gonna add the rest of the chocolate mix to the bowl. And then once we get all the chocolate in there, we're gonna mix that together. And I'm such a fan of chocolate, I don't wanna waste any of that. So that's why I'm using my rubber spatula to get as much of the chocolate in there as possible. I'll just lick the rest of that later. And now we're gonna blend all that together. All right, perfect. Now we are all set with our chocolate mix, but we do still have our egg whites. That's another step in its own. So what I'm gonna do is take this chocolate mix, and I'm gonna put that bowl there because that's gonna drip. Oh, let's see. And I don't want this to drip everywhere. So there we go. And now let's try this again. Now we're gonna put this in a separate bowl. It's gonna come back in our mixer in a few, but I don't have the space or the room for two amazing KitchenAid mixers, so we're just gonna move our chocolate mix into this bowl. And I'm gonna rinse this, which I'll put you guys on pause while I rinse this, and we're gonna put everything back in here once we make the egg white. So I'll see you in a few minutes while I wash this. Hi, so we're back. Our chocolate's almost ready. There's still one more step. We have our egg whites, 7 egg whites. Remember we separated the yolks from the whites earlier. So we're gonna pour 7 egg whites in here. And if you notice in my KitchenAid mixer, I switched to the regular blade because now we're gonna beat it versus whisking. And now I'm gonna turn it on and we're gonna beat it till it's pretty good, probably a couple minutes. So once that's done, then we're gonna add the chocolate mix to that and mix everything together. So I'll see you in about 2 minutes. All right, now our egg whites are whipped up, nice and stiff. So the trick with this is, let me take this off, so I don't drip everywhere. If you can tell, I'm making a mess, and I'm gonna blame it on the tequila. Skinny girl margaritas though, so that's why I can splurge on some chocolate over here. So now I'm gonna add it to my chocolate. And the reason I'm not putting it in the mixing bowl is you don't wanna mix it because you don't wanna over mix it. You wanna fold it in. So then you're just gonna mix it in a bowl like this. As you can see, I have everything nice and blended. This is gonna be a nice thick mousse. But we're gonna set it in the fridge to cool. I'm gonna say probably about a half hour, just like we put the whipped cream in the fridge. We'll put this in a half hour. And then I'm not gonna take credit for these. These are Keebler little graham cracker little shells. So we're gonna make little mousse pies. But let me set this in the fridge and I'll see you guys back in about a half hour. Hi, we're back. What I wanted to do is set the chocolate mousse. It still needs a little more time to solidify, but it's still solidified enough to load the cups. And then you want it to sit overnight. So I'm gonna try to not make too much of a mess. And it's gonna give a nice mocha flavor because of the instant coffee that we added to it. There we go. And I'll show you what one's gonna look like. Then you want to put dollop. And then I have some chocolate shavings that I made. What I just basically took some chocolate chips, put in my food processor, whipped it up, and made some crumbs, and voila. And then you want to let that sit overnight. And then tomorrow we'll taste it. So I'll see you tomorrow when we're going to taste this. Say bye, Oreo, till tomorrow morning. Say good night. Welcome back to Cooking with Mark and Oreo. Oreo woke me up this morning with lots of love and kisses. It's the next day. It's time to taste beautiful chocolate mousse with a homemade whipped cream. Doesn't it look beautiful? Something out of a magazine. All right, and the tequila's out of my system, so I'm definitely sober this morning after 3 cups of coffee. I'm gonna break it so I can get right into the. That's delicious. Oreo, now you can have any, but what do you think? Thank you for joining Cook with Mark and Oreo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Super easy to make, delicious. If you like our video, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss a wonderful video from us. Thank my assistant Oreo, and we'll see you next time.